courthouse waiting room. Both called for jury duty on a Tuesday morning. You sat 2 chairs down, looking annoyed. I was reading, you were tapping your foot impatiently. They called us both for the same trial. Sat through 3 days of testimony, side by side. Couldn't talk about the case, so we talked about everything else. Lunch breaks in that terrible courthouse cafeteria. You made me laugh about the worst sandwich you'd ever eaten. I told you about my job, you told me you just got divorced. Raw honesty from 2 strangers with nothing to lose. On day 3, deliberation took 6 hours. We weren't selected, sent home early. You walked me to my car, hesitated, said, I know this is weird, but can I call you sometime? I said yes before I could overthink it. You called that night, we talked until 2 a.m. about your ex, my trust issues, things we usually hide. It felt safer somehow, like we'd already seen each other at our most bored. I'm most honest, I'm most human. You took me to dinner, I met you for walks. We didn't rush, we just kept showing up. This is how it started, unexpected and strange. 2 people stuck in a courthouse, finding something real in the waiting. You weren't looking for love, neither was I, but somewhere between verdicts and small talk, we stopped being strangers, and I started falling without meaning to. Without meaning to. 3 months in, you told me you were scared. Said you didn't know if you could do this again. Your divorce a wreck, you left you cautious. I told you I was scared too, scared of wanting someone this much. We almost ended it that night, but you called me the next morning, said I don't wanna run from this. And I said me neither. So we stayed, we tried, we chose it daily through your bad days and mine. This is how it grew, one honest conversation at a time. Learning your triggers, you learning mine. You meeting my parents, me meeting your daughter. That terrified me more than anything. But she looked at me and said, Dad smiles more now. And I realized this was real, not just us anymore, but a life we were building carefully, intentionally, together. Last year you asked me to move and I panicked, said I needed time. You said take all the time you need, and didn't push, didn't pressure, just waited while I worked through my fear. 2 months later I showed up with boxes, you helped me unpack every single one. Found the jury duty summons I kept as a bookmark. You laughed and said I kept mine too. And we stood in our kitchen, holding these stupid pieces of paper that somehow changed everything. Changed everything, yeah. This is what love looks like when it's real, not perfect, just persistent. 2 people who started in a courthouse, now building a home together. Your daughter calls me by my name, but hugs me like family. You hold me when the anxiety hits, I hold you when the grief comes back. We're not fixed, we're just facing it together. This accidental love that became the most intentional thing I've ever done. Ever done. You just asked if I'm writing about us again. I smiled and said always, because I want to remember how jury duty became the verdict that saved me, how waiting became worth it, how 2 broken people found